Let's get good. This is MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and we are back with Goods Dragoon Guard. We're getting ready to take out our first non-heat neutral mech into combat. I've already gone ahead and waited so it would finish refitting and gone and set up our new weapon groups. We've got our machine guns on the right mouse button, our lasers on the left mouse button. This is our fire star. The catch-22 here is we took off some of our heat sinks, which means that we're actually going to have to watch our heat and manage that. And the reason why is because it allowed us to get some more weapons on here. This is a pretty standard practice amongst MechWarrior Online players. You essentially max out your armor, and then if you just max out your armor and put on weapons, you'll notice that you run out of tonnage very, very quickly. On the other hand, if you take some of your heat sinks off and you take some of that heat management onto yourself as a pilot, you free up precious tonnage for more firepower. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to have to watch our heat a little bit as we play, but it shouldn't be that much of an effect. I really only took off like one extra heat sink anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and take a look at our available missions here. Oh yeah, this is right. We're going after House Davian, which is somebody we're really good with, so that's kind of a painful process, but it is what it is. Let's go for a point of damage coverage and probably the rest in C-bills, given our balance. I really would like to take some salvage here, and we can get enough for a light mech, so maybe we should. Light mechs sell for about 1 mil, which is a lot more than the C-bills. So let's see how many C-bills we get if we go up. Yeah, I'm gonna actually go for the salvage here, since we are fighting against House Davian. There's a very good chance we'll be able to recover a mech here. We're at 160 tonnage here. If we replace our Locust with our Jenner, that's gonna put us at 175 flat, which is perfect. Everybody else should be fitted up nicely. Freeman, please don't screw up the Shadowhawk, Freeman. It is an expensive mech to fix. It's got a new AC5 burst fire on it. Hopefully that goes well. And we are loading up for our mission. Can't wait to try this out, guys. You will notice that our heat is going to go up a little bit as we play, but that's really not that big of a problem. As long as we keep an eye on it and we manage it, it's not an issue. The thing you'll find is that 9 times out of 10, if you're traveling between targets, you'll let your heat go back down during that time, so it won't really bother you that much in the first place. It's just one of those things you have to be cognizant of when you're piloting that mech. Alright, should be just about ready here. There we go, launching in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. This is going to be interesting, guys. I'm very excited for this. If any mech can strip armor off quickly, it's our Firestar, right? We've seen it do it. So just think about it this way. If we left-click and disintegrate the armor on the leg, and the machine guns do actually crit on structure, that means that we can go in with the machine guns and they should just tear the leg off.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
God, I love this. Let's go, guys. Roger, roger. Everybody get that target. Okay, so we gotta be careful here. There's not a lot of cover as we approach, so we don't really want to go in, you know, haphazard. We want to kind of come along this top arc here and see what we can see. Oh, hold on. One more thing. Where is arm locks? So we're going to turn arm locks off because that should help us target the VTOLs, according to... God, I can't remember your name from the comments. I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, we did get a comment that said essentially if you take arm locks off, you can hit those VTOLs a lot easier, and that looks to be the case, because we just took that thing out of the sky. Hi, Jenner. Or not Jenner, but Locust, rather. So now you can see we're kind of unloading a little bit with our machine guns. They're not going to do a lot of damage while it's armored. And you can see we have 2 separate cursors that are bouncing around now. That's because arm locks are off. Come on. Just peel the armor off, guys. I mean, I'm really not even sure that taking that guy out is part of our objective, so we probably shouldn't be focusing on it. Okay, so our arm weapons are the only ones that fire that high, and that's that little sort of diamond crosshair you see separate from our X crosshair. Now, what we do want to do in this mission is destroy target locations, so what we're going to do is just kind of get back on track, focus in on what we need to be doing here, which is not destroying everything in sight, but we do want to take out turrets. Alright, target is down. By destroying turrets, we just protect our other mechs as they come in. Take out those tanks for the same reason. Next target, guys. Come on. Form up. Yeah, I didn't mean to tell you to attack my target. I meant to tell you to form up on me. Okay, so you can see that we do get our arm... Whoa, it's up too zoomed in there. Too zoomed in. We do get our arm lasers in on those VTOLs a lot easier. Thank you for the tip to turn off arm locks. I am very sorry once again that I did not write down your name before this episode so I could give you credit. Okay, take that tank out on our approach. Does look like there's somebody over on this side potentially firing at us, but it looks to be a turret. So I'm just going to keep moving and go for our target here. I've also been told that machine guns do very solid damage against buildings. So I'm looking forward to utilizing that. Oh, we just got stuck pretty bad on that wall right there. That'll slow us down a little bit. Here's our target. Target is gone. That was fast. Alright, next site. Just kind of jumped us over that wall there. Do we have another target? We do. Okay. Form up, guys.
Forming on the commander.
We gotta go. It does look like there is a locust up here waiting for us. Take that out on the way. Just gotta kind of be mindful here because we have taken some steady damage already. VTOL is down. Gonna try to crest this mountain right here and use the range to kind of provide cover while I move in. Talbot's taken a little bit of damage, but nobody else really has. Freeman is actually in really good condition for once. Who would have thought? You know what's nice? If we can get a snipe on the target from right here, we might just be able to hit it and then exfil. We're probably out of range for the machine guns. I'm gonna turn here. Ooh, bad damage, bad damage. Okay, target is down, exfil location is up. Time to go. Time to go. Form on me, guys. Oh, goody. Let's go, guys. Looks like there's a javelin over here, I'm guessing. Nope, that's an assassin. Okay, that's problematic. We definitely don't want to tango with that. We want to get out. We've hit the targets. We don't need to stay. Right now, we're getting out to mitigate damage. So far, nobody's really hurt. Go, little Firestar, go. So far, I would say the additional firepower did help us. It did help us take that locust down a little bit faster. We were able to just focus our machine guns on there. But I think arm locks are the real champion of this mission. You can see the VTOLs are a lot easier to take down when the arm locks are off. However, it did make our crosshairs a little more juggly, I guess, I would say. Like, you can see that they don't always stay connected, and it can make it more difficult to, like, put all 5 lasers in on a target. So what I want to do when we get out of here is actually find the key binding for toggling arm locks, because that's something we should get more familiar with. Okay, got a little bit of C-bills there, got some reputation. Did not pick up a mech, so maybe taking salvage was a bad idea here. Get a couple Lerms, a couple medium lasers. Yeah, taking salvage here was maybe not a great idea. Should have probably gone for C-bills instead, but that's okay. We didn't take much in damages, they actually covered our damages. So it was overall a successful mission. A little bit of damage there, a little bit of damage on my mech. Look at that, Freeman actually stayed pretty healthy. I'm kind of amazed. I wouldn't have believed it was possible if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Okay, gonna go through and repair everybody here. We also want to check something the next time we get an extra mech. Want to see if we can sell a mech for more outside of a war zone or inside of a war zone. We know that things cost more inside the war zone, so it's kind of questionable whether or not we can sell a mech for more. It makes sense from an economy point of view, but it may also not be true because of gameplay. So we'll have to test that out. Like, you would assume that if everything is more expensive in a conflict zone, then that would include getting a better price for the mechs we sell. But that doesn't necessarily hold true, so we're going to have to check that in just a second. Fortunately, it occurs to me we don't actually need a mech that we want to sell. We can literally just check that by flying to an industrial zone. And we actually have a little bit of money to do that now, so we'll do that after we go ahead and repair this fire starter, and then we'll look for another mission here. Yep, repair everything. All good. Nobody lost weapons on that mission, which is really nice, because that saves us quite a bit of C-bills. When we're not replacing weapons, it's honestly a good day for us. Okay, so, yeah, that's interesting. So Kat pointed this out in the comments a little while ago and I forgot about it. It's mostly these systems with the dotted lines between them that seem to be industrial systems. As you'll notice, we checked these out, doesn't seem to be any more industrial systems there, but I bet if we click, yeah, that's an industrial hub. Okay, so what we want to look for is those things that have dotted lines between them. If we go here, we'll be on the Davian market. If we go here, we will be in the Kurita market. Now, I'm also curious, when I come look at this, where we're going to be at with House Kurita. We're 1 negotiation point negative with House Kurita because they're suspicious. We're still +3 with House Davian because we're trusted. So we didn't do enough damage to our Davian reputation there to risk it. Oh. Okay. Let's take a look here. If we go to the market and see, we are in a conflict zone, so let's see how much we can sell a mech for. If we just look at our locust, it's worth 846,000 right now, and that is inside the conflict zone. So let's take it outside the conflict zone, but also on the Kurita side. That's important, because if we go on the Davian side, we're going to get a lot more because that is our allies. We're good with them. So we're going to come down here. It's going to cost us a little bit of dough there, 150k C-bills, and 27 days. We are kind of burning C-bills here for nothing more than to test this, but it's worth testing. It's worth testing because it does drastically affect our economic plans in the future. If we can sell mechs inside of a conflict zone for more, that's actually super, super valuable knowledge. Okay, so we come in here. Price for the mechs looks to be the same in and out of a conflict zone. So that is good to know. While we can't necessarily buy things as cheaply in a conflict zone, it looks like we sell them at about the same rate. I think while we're here, we should probably try to take advantage, see what we can pick up. Kintaro on the market, Blackjack on the market. Neither one of those are ideal right now because we just don't have the C-bills for them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the equipment that's available though. Got some large lasers here and flamers. So I did read some cool builds for flamers that I would definitely consider trying on our mechs. We may also pick up these machine guns here, these tier 2 machine guns, because they're really, really cheap. I'll actually buy all 3 of those because they're super cheap. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at these flamers. Now, we already have some flamers. I want to see how many we have in our inventory. We already have some tier 1 flamers. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that. If we want to do flamers, we already have the stuff for it. Let's go in here. Now, who would we try those flamers on, though? I feel like the Locust is a great idea. I mean, the Firestarter is technically a flamer mech, but I really like this build and I don't want to scrap it out, or rather unequip everything off of it. So maybe instead we'll try out the Locust. We could do the Javelin as well. I mean, the Javelin's not really a mech that we've done a whole lot with since we kind of got it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is really fitted up to be an AI-piloted mech, so there's really no point to that. Maybe we'll wait till we capture another mech. I think that's a better idea overall. Now let's see what missions we can potentially get. This is a reputation level 6 area over here, so we're not getting any of those, unfortunately. What is this? This is a defense contract versus House Davian. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Those are probably going to be the majority of our missions right now. House Davian, yeah. We're not gonna get very many contracts against the insurgency here in Kurita space, it seems. I don't know if there actually even is an insurgency in Kurita space. There may be, and we may just not have access to those missions yet. I guess we could check over here. This is all against House Davian. Yeah, so it seems like their conflict zones are primarily against House Davian, where House Davian has conflict zones that are... Well, actually... If we look at this, you can see that these conflict zones, the ones that have insurgency missions, are not on the border. I wonder if we go deeper into Kurita space, if we can find some more conflict zones. That's actually an interesting idea. Let's try that. I'm going to go to the coping chain here. Coping Cheon here. Let's go there and see what we can find. I'm reasonably certain that that's what's going on here. If we go deeper into Kurita space, we should find some insurgency missions, which would be really ideal here, because then we can build up Kurita reputation without damaging our reputation with House Davian, which will allow us to buy things at a nice price from both of them, which is a cool idea. I would like to be able to do that. Okay, so we land here, not a whole lot going on, there's not really a market, there's not really a conflict zone. I wonder, we can't see conflict zones, it seems, until we fly through them. So it's kind of just blind flying until we run into one. Like, it almost makes the most sense to kind of just jump around here and see what we can see. We do see that there is an industrial zone right there, and typically it seems like industrial zones are located between conflict zones. So yeah, let's try jumping to Manoa here. If we don't find something after this jump, though, I think we're going to have to go back and just take a mission against House Davian, because that way we can at least keep some C-bills flowing in, because this jumping around looking for conflict zones is not cheap. Come on, little leopard. Show me the money. Arrived at Manoa. Yeah, we're definitely not in another conflict zone. It is also entirely possible that there is no insurgency in Kurita space. That's something that we have to take into consideration. I highly doubt it based on how many stars they put in here. It would be kind of strange if these were all just empty, with nothing going on in them. That would kind of throw me off a lot. Pilots available for hire in this system. This is a rare mech symbol, I believe. Yeah, hero mech on the market. Ooh. So I doubt we have the C-bills for that, so we're not even going to go after that. The question is, do we want to risk it for the biscuit? Do we go one more jump in? I think we'll go for it. Let's go for it. One more jump in. We're going to go to Philadelphia here, see if we can find anything. If we don't find anything in Philadelphia, we've got to go take missions against House Davian. Really just trying to spare our reputation here a little bit. It would be really nice to be able to preserve rep with both of those major houses, but that may not be a possibility. It honestly kind of seems like House Davian being the starting area might have those additional conflict zones with insurgency in them, and everywhere else we're going to find actual conflict zones between two major houses. Yeah. So that's not good. We found no new missions. Let's go ahead and hop down to... Oh wow, can we not even... Now we're too far out to even see what missions are available here, which is kind of crazy. I guess we can see if we click on them. There's a raid contract here. Okay, I guess that's what we're gonna do then. We don't have much of an option. We've got to just kind of jump back in blind. I'm reasonably sure that Gandhi's Luck had another mission. I know Arlington had a defense mission. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back and see what we can find. It's rather unfortunate. We are going to lose even more C-bills. We basically blew almost 500,000 C-bills here, trying to find new conflict zones that are not going to cost us Davian rep. At this point, it's not worth it anymore. Let's see how much we can raise our Kurita rep without completely dumpstering our Davian rep. Because if we do this right, we may be able to keep rep up with both of them. It may just take a little bit of effort. Oh, okay. Please tell me this isn't House Davian versus Kurita. It is. Oops, that is unfortunate. It means we don't want to take that mission. It's weird too, because it's in Kurita space. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I guess we could go here and do the high reward mission against House Davian. I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, no more jumps after this, guys. After this, we're going straight into a mission. Let's go, Leopard. Move, move, move. Yeah, we'll take the mission against House Davian for high rewards here. It's unfortunate that we're going to have to potentially damage our reputation, but we don't really have that many options. No events in queue. No contracts here. You have a high reward quest symbol here. What are you talking about? Frontline support Kurita. Here we go. Defend the Kuritan facilities from Davian forces. The coordinator of the Draconis Combine has issued a general call to arms. We actually read this already, so we're just going to go in. Frontline support Kurita should be available, but it is not. Is it over here now? Did they move it? What? Yeah, they moved it to Gandhi's Luck. Okay, so now we have to go to Gandhi's Luck to take that mission. Is this the other side of that? I think it is. Okay, well, we're gonna go to Gandhi's Luck. Gonna do that. One more jump, guys, one more jump. We are losing a ton of C-bills from jumping around like this, so we really do need to pick up work. It's unfortunate that you can't really scout systems out from a distance. It would be nice if you could. Even if you had to, like, pay a contact at, like, a bar or something to tell you what's going on in that region, that would be kind of cool. Ooh, this is a 20 difficulty raid. The tonnage is 175. Probably going to go pretty heavily on damage coverage here. Maybe a little bit lighter than that. The 41st Avalon Hussars have pushed into Combine territory and are on the verge of claiming several systems. Much to our shame, their efforts have been successful, but their arrogance will be their downfall. They've set up an ammunition depot on one of the worlds that belongs to us. Destroy the depot so that we may greatly neuter the fort's 41st effectiveness in this invasion. Okay, so we're blowing up an ammo depot here. I haven't gone very heavily into salvage or into salvage at all. We could potentially take 1 point out of damage coverage and go 1 point in salvage, but with the low number of shares that would give us in the first place, that doesn't seem worth it. If I was going to do that, I would put it in C-build payout. Considering that our target here is just a single ammunition depot and this is a raid, it may actually be worth it to go in with high C-bills and lower damage coverage. Let's try that. And I think we already have 175 tons ready to go here. We do. Alright, in we go. Guess we're gonna get to try out those machine guns on a structure here. We kind of tore those dishes down really fast with machine guns, but I suspect that they'll be even more useful here, especially since when you do these kinds of raid contracts, it's more beneficial to hit like gas lines and things like that that will explode and don't have a lot of like health. So if we unload with a machine gun on those, I suspect they will explode relatively quickly, which should give us, you know, the payout that we need for the amount of time we want to commit. Like, we want to get in, we want to hit, and we want to get out. Hopefully Freeman can actually survive this mission. I mean, I'm not going to complain. He actually did really, really well last mission. And then we've got Talbot over here. I also believe that this mech has jump jets on it, which Freeman's not going to make use of. I could be wrong, though, because I've heard that as you increase these skills, they actually do start to pilot better, so it is potentially possible that Freeman will use the jump jets when his avoidance gets high enough. Speaking of which, I've got to be better about using my jump jets just to kind of jitter my target and make it harder for things to hit me. Okay, destroy targets at all locations. So we've had some bad luck on these missions in the past. We do have to be careful how we move. We want to stay together with our unit and not outpace them.
Sensors online. Weapons online.
Hey, I love the inside of the mechs. Sorry about that, guys. The one thing that is missing from this game is I don't have my coffee mug. In MechWarrior Online, I've got like a coffee mug sitting inside my mech. It's kind of great. Wow, we just landed and there's a locust all up on our stuff. Come on, guys, get him. We're not going to let him fire into our backs. Just raking across the legs there. Doesn't look like we critted on that leg. But we're trying. Yeah, he's down. Okay, I do think the machine guns help quite a bit here. I really do. Just double checking our map to make sure we don't have any targets that way. We do not. Alright guys, targets are all this way. Fall in, let's go. Form up. Roger, roger. Good job, Talbot. Good job. We gotta keep our eyes open here. We need to be careful. Last time we went in for one of these raids, we ended up overextending and took a lot more damage than we needed to. This time we're trying not to do that. Take that turret down there. You'll notice that even though we're not heat neutral, heat management hasn't become much of an issue for us at all. Bye, turret. So I think that definitely lowering our cooling on a lot of our mechs will give us some more firepower, which will make things a lot easier. It seems like our machine guns are tied to our center crosshairs and not our arms, which makes sense. I believe they're on our torsos, which means we don't want to fire our machine guns unless both crosshairs are over the target. And right here, we do want to just come in and go after this building real quick. Okay, target is down. Let's go, guys. Moving on to the next target. Form up, folks. Let's go. Ah, why'd I get stuck? I get stuck on stuff all the time. This is one of my biggest weaknesses as a mech pilot for sure. Oh, that's dangerous. That is very dangerous given our squad composition. Sorry guys, I got stuck on that wall and I was like, no good. Stop being terrible. Oh, this is not... I gotta be careful here. I've taken way too much damage on my right torso, so gotta try to be a little bit more careful going forward. Come on, guys. Fall in. We got one more target to hit. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it right here. Let's go. If we take this target out, we should be able to go straight for exfil. Wow, those machine guns really grind down buildings. Let's go, guys. Form up, we're out. Alright, let's go. You're getting out right now. That was actually pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth, and I have to say, I think the machine guns helped a lot on this mission. I really feel like the machine guns helped us grind those buildings down extra quick. Arm locks obviously came into play here, where I was basically wasting ammunition firing at nothing, although ammunition replenishes between missions, so it's not the end of the world. And we're out. That was a nice, quick little raid. I got a little stuck there on a couple walls, which got me worried, because in a light mech, if you get stuck, you're probably dead. It's a real good chance that if you stop moving, somebody's just going to dump their entire arsenal into your torso and you're gone. Okay, so we got a little bit more reputation there. We got a total payout of 1 million C-bills. Question is, what did we get with House... Oh, you could see with House Davian, it's going down a little bit, but with House Kurita, we're moving up. We're almost neutral right now. They do seem to not be moving in direct relation, so you can see we're losing 8 points here, gaining 12 here. So I think what we do is we just kind of push this up as far as we can until we fall out of Trusted, and then we do a mission for Davian to push us back into Trusted, and so forth. And just kind of keep juggling it like that. That seems like the way to go. Okay, so we're gonna... Well, we have no salvage, really. So we're gonna take a Lerm 10 here, I think. We don't really use them, but they're not bad to have. I think putting Lerms onto one of the AI mechs is probably a good idea. It really depends, though. I don't even know if they use the Lerms effectively. Like, what you want from a Lerm mech is you kind of want them to lean back and just let you target stuff and then hit the targets you lock for them. I don't know if the AI is capable of doing that. That's kind of where I'm at. You know what? This is our Shadowhawk, right? Let's look at what we could do here if we took a few heat sinks off. Could we give you a small Lerm here? A small Lerm, one heat sink off. Another heat sink off, maybe? Yeah, that's fine. That gets us into tonnage. We now have a Lerm. We could cut a little bit more tonnage somewhere. Actually, you don't need jump jets. You don't need jump jets. I'm not piloting it. It doesn't need jump jets. So we'll take those off as well, and that'll give us room for a little bit of ammunition here. Go ahead and throw some Lerm ammo in... Ooh, that's tough. Head slot. We can't put it in the head slot, unfortunately. Head slot is the best place to put stuff because it's actually really, really hard to headshot a thing. Just go ahead and put it right there. We get 2 tons? No, just 1. So we get 1 ton of Lerm ammo there, and now we're still kind of slightly off weight. So what I might do here is either increase our head armor. That's actually a good option. We'll do that. Perfect. Okay. So as you can see, we get +6 firepower here. We trade off a little bit of heating, and we trade off jump height, which the AI is not going to use anyway. I think that's probably a pretty good choice right there. And now we have some Lerm support coming in. It is just a Lerm 5, but it is some Lerm support, which will help out with light mechs. Got our Centurion here. Let's see what we can do with you. Let's go ahead and repair all to start with. Is there anywhere where you could use... No, I mean, the Centurion here is pretty set solid. I actually really like the build for this mech because it is heat neutral. It does have a nice armament. Centurion overall, just a really nice mech. The one gotcha with the Centurion is the speed. It is a lot slower than our other mechs. That actually might make it worth taking the Centurion out of rotation at some point. Like, if we get faster mechs like a Phoenix Hawk, I could see pulling the Centurion for a Phoenix Hawk. You do make different fitting decisions with the Phoenix Hawk, but at the same time, it's so much faster. If we get a Phoenix Hawk, though, I'll probably take that as my main mech. That is exactly what I'll be looking to do with that. So we go ahead and repair here a little bit. If we take a heat sink off, I'm less inclined to do it on this because this is 4 medium lasers. But if we take a heat sink off, we only lose a little bit of cooling efficiency here. We gain 1 ton. Put a CERM on, we're down an extra ton. Could take off a jump jet or 2. Okay, but now we still need CERM ammunition Take off 5 armor there and see if we can fit in a little bit of SERM ammo. We're a little bit over here. What I'd like to potentially do with this then, we have been having the AI pilot this mech a lot since we got our fire starter, so we could just take all the jump jets off. But the other option we have is we can go to the market and look for a half-ton ammo. Yeah, there we go, like a SERM half ammo. Let's go ahead and take that. Come back to our inventory here. Go for a SERM half ammo, and we can put that in the head slot. It does mean that we're still a little bit overweight. I guess we take a jump jet off, and we could just put 1 jump jet there. They probably won't use it anyway though, so it's probably better to strip it out, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it this way just because I may pilot this mech as well. And now we've got a SERM 4 on there, so we're adding a little bit of firepower to everything. That's kind of the plan here, is just more firepower. A little bit more firepower to all of our mechs. Whoops, want that weapon group to be 1 and 2. There we go. Chain fire is an interesting thing. When we get to a mech that has really big heat issues, I'll show you guys how chain fire works. You may already know. It essentially allows you to hold the button down, and then it fires each weapon in time, far enough apart that you will not generate additional heat for firing them all at once. So that's an interesting little mechanic you can use to load up a mech and not have very good heat efficiency on it. I like it. It's a pretty functional way to do stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and repair everything on our little Firestar here. We love this mech. It is our baby. We should actually keep an eye out for a heroic version of the Firestarter. I would like that. The Locust, we're not... No matter what you do with a Locust, you're going to pull heat efficiency here. You're not going to gain much for it. You're really not. It's such a small mech, it has so little space anyway, that you're not gaining that much by cutting out heat efficiency. Now on this mech, we could potentially gain something, but we really don't have any additional weapon slots open to gain anything from pulling off heat efficiency, so there's no point. It's another mech that's so light that it's just not worth it. Okay, so all of that is set, and we are out of time for this episode, I believe. So let's head on up to our officers' chambers. I just want to look around. I like checking the ship every once in a while just to see like if anything changes. We have seen, I believe, a couple of things kind of pop in. For example, the market is now available over here. We didn't have that when we first started. Kind of cool little nifty thing there. Nothing going on with these terminals. It would be nice if they got used in later missions. I feel like that guard wasn't always there, but I could be wrong about that. It'd be nice if as you go you like unlocked cool stuff in here, like if you got to trusted with House Davian, you had like a House Davian thing hanging up or something. There's a lot to be done with that. They could do a lot with customizing the captain's quarters. Anyways guys, that is going to be it for this episode, so until next time MechWarriors, remember, information is ammunition. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!